here we are at Wartime TV. Actually at Black Mission Studios with mateozimm. He came out with a demo CD called Atheism, which you can find on his website, which is mateozimm.com. I'll put the link on a little bit later at the end of the episode.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
This is episode 3. I don't know if I mentioned that. And our first question is, what's behind mateozimm? Like, what drives you to write the music that you write?
That's a good question, Chris. mateozimm, dude, it's a concept. It's a style. It's a sound. It's that Zim style.
That Zim style.
It's that Zim style. It's that Zim sound.
I get you.
You know, it's a full packaged, full meal deal, man. It's not just music, you know. The music is fucking badass, you know, but the performance is there too, and that's what I really want to come through on this particular project. It's that full band, full mateozimm concert and rockin' jams, bro. It's just good music,
good entertainment, right?
Hell yeah, man. That's my business, brother.
Fuck yeah,
that's my business.
That's the way to do it. Fist bump.
Fist bump, man.
Nah, I'm being an idiot now. No, but for real, I know you have a video out, and it's for your song Freedom, right?
Yeah, Freedom.
What's the whole concept behind that? Because I actually came out in the video. I'm the little military guy that served the wife with the death certificate or whatever it is that they serve.
Yeah.
So if you could tell the audience what's behind behind the music.
Freedom, when I first started writing the song Freedom, I was talking to a lot of people, about the wars that are currently going on with America and wherever it is that we're fighting, man.
Yeah. Over, man.
Iraq and Afghanistan and all that. And it was just talking to people. It was just talking to people and saying, asking the question of, why are we over there? If you ask 20 different people, you're gonna get 20 different answers.
Yeah.
And so it was
Which is true. I don't know. You guys should try it. Ask 20 people what they think about the wars and why they're going on.
Yeah, why is the question?
And let's see what they say.
And so I attacked that, and I was like, it's freedom. Come get your disinformation. And it's basically about people believing whatever just some random person tells them.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. In the video we go on to explore that idea, because you portray the military guy that's serving the wife with the letter of her son or her husband or whatever it is, being KIA in action, and these guys are our brave troops that are putting themselves out there on the front line for certain ideals that America's about. And for us to go out and question 20 people and get 20 different answers for the reasons that we're even there in the first place is very upsetting to me. It's very upsetting to me.
And I guess that's kind of the same about that song Atheism, right?
Yeah, Atheism is also about
misinformation.
Yeah, misinformation. Well, at least in the terms of what I've been through in life, because see, all my life, since I was a little guy, I was always put into church, and up until I was about 18, I attended church, man. 16 or so, actually. I attended church, and I was a believer, dude, a full-on believer, dude. My fucking dick got hard every time you talked about God and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt the whole Lord running through me and that whole spirit, and so I was the full meal deal as far as that's concerned. But then certain truths and certain facts came to light that were in direct conflict with religions of all sorts, not just mine, but religions of all sorts.
Yeah.
And I'm referring to science here. It wasn't some kind of like something bad happened in my life, and I was like, oh, why is God doing this? No. It was direct, facts, factual evidence that we can, provide to this day to any person.
Yeah.
Scientific facts that are in direct conflict with things that happen in religion. It just doesn't work out to me. And so instead of getting upset and being like, hey, no, you're wrong, I just try to understand both sides first, before making any kind of decision.
Yeah.
It's just about understanding both sides of the story. And when I started seeing both sides, you know, one side was had a way stronger argument than the other, you know, and with facts behind it.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck? I've been basically lied to my whole life. You know, that's the way. And so it was a huge eye opener. You know, it was a huge eye opener. So atheism is something that I tend to explore and question. You know, to put that question in people's minds, because, you know, I did become an atheist. You know, when the facts came to light, and you know, when that's such a part of who you are your whole life, you know, it could either be devastating, or you can turn it and say, you know what, fuck it.
Make the best out of it.
You know what, I wasn't aware of this shit all my life, but now I am, and now I can make the right decisions. And because of religion, you know, I think it allows room for people to what's the word I'm looking for here? To take their life for granted, in a certain sense. Because, you know, you can just go on living life, you know, day to day, and be like, well, I don't have to worry about it because there's this fucking place where streets are paved with gold and I can walk there, and all this fairy tale bullshit. And so you can take your life for granted in a certain sense, and I did. But when I did decide to change my life and be like, oh, you know, I'm a fucking atheist now because of everything that's there.
Yeah.
It lit a fire under my ass and say, you know what the fuck am I doing? You know, it made me love life that much more because it's that fragile. You know, it's that beautiful because it's fragile.
Yeah.
You've only got one of it, so you might as well do it the way you fucking want to do it.
Yeah, dude,
and
you
do
only
it
have
fucking
one
badass.
life, dude.
So,
I don't care what anybody says. You only live once.
You only live once, man. There ain't no fucking.
You only die once.
There ain't no part two, man. And so it was a positive change for me. It was a positive change, a positive outlook. You know, there's nothing to be sad about, man. You know, if anything, I'm happy that I figured that out now, so that way I can live my life.
While you're young.
Exactly, you know.
And are you planning on making a video for that song, for atheism?
You know what? There's no plan in the works to make a video for atheism. As of right now. And you know, speaking on atheism, I mean, there's a lyric in the song where I'm, you know, the blackest ones are the righteous ones, and I mean that in the context that I looked back on my life as a little kid, and I'm like, you know, how was it that I was able to believe so hard? But then I realized that I was a little kid.
You're a little kid,
I was a little guy, and there was grown adults taking advantage of a little child's mind.
That's the one thing.
It's child indoctrination. And you can either continue to buy it and disregard the facts that are there, or you can say, you know what? These fucking assholes were taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
You know, and shutting my ears and eyes off from this knowledge. Or I can be open up, and all I'm asking is for people just to be open to the idea of seeing both sides of the story for the full spectrum of what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All in this case, mateozimm is the band.
No, not at that. Actually,
well,
I got
not at the moment. Actually, before it was when they recorded.
When I first started, it was. You know, I did start by myself, but I have some very great news, actually, dude. Perfect news. I got
perfect timing.
Perfect timing, man. I got 2 awesome musicians to join mateozimm, and you know, they're on board. And these guys are creative, and these guys are, you know, I have a rapport with these dudes from previous bands and previous experiences with these guys. These guys are solid musicians, and we're all on deck, man.
What are the names?
Ernest Mendiola.
Ernest!
Yeah,
I know that.
Ernest and Bentley, dude. Bentley on the bass, and Ernest, dude, these guys are fucking solid musicians. I love playing with these guys.
Awesome.
And I can't say enough of good shit about them. I cannot wait to get on the road with these motherfuckers.
Right. When do you plan on releasing your EP?
Well, we're actually recording it right now as we speak. We're recording our EP. We're working we're seeking management currently. But we will be on the road ASAP, dude. ASAP. We'll see you fuckers on the road, man. So if you're in a city anywhere in the United States and you want to see fucking mateozimm, make sure to shoot us a message. But we're gonna try and hit up everywhere. It's fucking on, man. It's fucking on.
And let me tell you, it's definitely gonna be entertainment, man. Cause this guy is gonna put on the best live show you'll ever see.
Dude,
dude. And I know that for a fact just by talking to him. He's a really close friend of mine, and I talk to him a lot. And not only music-wise, but personal. and he's got it going on. And
Thank
he
you,
will
man.
not let you down. I promise you, he will not let you down. And if you need any recordings, this is the guy to come to as well.
Fuck it, pimp
This
it
is-
all, dude.
this is
Pimp out-
Blacklisted Studios.
Blacklisted Studios, man.
He did a track for me. I have a solo project called Giver, and he did the recording for that one. He did a recording for a new band also with Joe Pena. It's called Killer Brew, and you should check that out. Actually, they have it on iTunes for sale. I believe it might be like 99 cents. I'm not too sure, but Wartime is about spreading the love. So when is your tour going to kick off?
Well, right now, that is currently in the works. I think we're going to decide that once we finish recording the EP. And like I said, man, you know, getting these two guys on board was, you know, such a huge part of what mateozimm is. Yeah, hell, it's a huge step, man, because, you know, these guys are awesome at what they do, and they bring so much to the table to mateozimm, and it's gonna change up a little bit, you know, but it's gonna be for the better, man. These guys are fucking total performers. They're total musicians, and they're total fucking good people. And these guys, man, I can't say enough good things about Bentley and Ernst.
Awesome.
And it's gonna fucking rock, man. These guys are fucking solid musicians, solid performers, and that's what it's all about, man. They're down with the full meal deal plan. You know, it's about the music, it's about the show, it's about everything, man. It's the whole thing, you know. It's about thought-provoking ideas, you know. Because I don't just go in one avenue, you know. It's not just about atheism.
Oh yeah.
It's not just about, you know, disinformation. There's a lot of facets in our life that I think we can open ourselves up to and just question, you know, just questions as human beings, you know, question everything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Question everything. Question me, question everybody, dude. Question everything, you know, and that's basically the philosophy that I try to put, is just question everything, man.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you know, it opens up a lot of doors, man. It opens a lot of doors in your mind to explore.
Well, what kind of advice would you give to somebody that's, you know, 15, 16, still in middle school, starting off their own band? Like, what kind of advice do you have for them?
For somebody that wants to, like, just continue playing music or make a career, or
just think,
I think if you go along the lines of just, you know, sitting down and questioning, you know, what you guys want to do as a band, you know, get that direction going first. You know, the direction is probably one of the most important parts. You know, because if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get to where you're going to be. And so if you get that direction going, and you know, everybody's committed on a certain direction, a certain path, and you take the certain necessary steps to get there, and there are steps to get there, to make a career out of this, you'll be right on, man. You'll be all right. You know, I guess the best piece of advice that I can give anybody that's starting out in music and really wants to make a career out of this is to learn the business side of the music industry, because the music business is exactly that. You know, it's a business. You know, and regardless of whatever genre you'd like to play or whatever kind of music you are, there's a niche and there's a market for everything. But if you learn the business part of it, that's one of the most crucial steps that I think is missing with a lot of great bands, and that you'll never hear, just because of the fact that they don't have the business taken care of. So if you're a young band and you really think you have what it takes, and you have the members that you feel have what it takes, and you guys are all on the same page, and you have that direction, and everybody's on board, the first thing you got to look at before anything is our business being taken care of.
Wartime TV is an experimental thing.
I dig it, man.
Yeah, I started it just to, you know, to see how things go, to see how different people.
We'll see you on the road. Cheers.